This is me at the age of 3. Big smile, big teeth, bad hair day. Maybe you've had a mom haircut. My mother was trying to get my bangs straight, and they just kept getting shorter and shorter. Fortunately, some things do change. And one of the things that changed for me at the age of 3 was when I discovered the power of words, the power of my voice. I also discovered that you can get revenge without even trying. My mother had brought me to work to meet her boss and coworkers. And one look at her boss, and I was in awe. She was perhaps the ugliest woman I have ever seen. Long pointy chin, hooked nose, bushy eyebrows over beady eyes. Mom, she looks just like the Wicked Witch of the West. Complete silence. Wow, I had made quite the impression. And then my mother turned to me. Diane, don't you mean like Glenda, the Good Witch? Had my mother lost her mind? No, Glenda was pretty. Fortunately, the boss lady laughed, and all was well. And I had a new power, the power of my voice, the power of words. But over time, that power diminished. With the crisis of confidence that can come with the teen years, to being an engineer and being more concerned with my abilities to calculate than my abilities to communicate. And finally, as a stay-at-home mom, I felt like I lost my voice. I was somebody's mother, somebody's wife. My confidence crumbled. But that's not who you see before you today, is it? So what changed? For me, it was several years ago when I first visited a Toastmasters club. I brought my 14-year-old homeschooled son with me, hoping that they would let him give a few speeches, because giving speeches in front of mom and his sister was not cutting it. They agreed to let him give a few speeches on one condition: I had to join the club. So I did. And over the years, with the encouraging feedback and support, giving speeches in the club, and even then outside of the club, I became a professional speaker, an author on communication skills, and a presentation coach. I found my voice again. Along the way, I learned a few tips and tricks that can help you find your voice. If you want to earn your seat at the table and communicate in a way that captivates, connects, and even convinces, you can do so. You can gain confidence in public speaking. Confidence. Have you ever wondered why so many people lack confidence when it comes to public speaking? I think it boils down to mostly one thing: fear. The fear of being judged, the fear of messing up and having people wonder, what are people going to think about me? Now, I know that fear. A few years ago, I was in a speech competition. It was a short 5 to 7 minute speech. I had it memorized word for word. I was delivering it flawlessly until I wasn't. In the middle, I completely blanked out, and I stared at the audience for what seemed like an eternity, like this. That was only 9 seconds, but it felt like forever, and it was definitely too long for a meaningful pause. The words came back to me. I finished my speech, and needless to say, I didn't place in the top 3. Maybe I was number 4. I'll never know. I lost that speech competition, but frankly, I won. Whenever you have a failure, If you can learn from that failure, you win. You win the hard-earned lesson of life. And what I learned were two important things when it comes to public speaking. Number one, don't memorize a speech word for word. When you try to memorize a speech word for word and then give it, it's like you've created a neural pathway rut. You have one path you go down. And then when a little stress comes in, different venue, different audience, you don't have any alternate paths. And that's what can cause a blank out. So I learned the importance of not memorizing, but internalizing my presentations. And that's something you'll learn about today too. The other lesson, and probably the more important lesson, was that I was being selfish. I was worried about what the audience was going to think about me. I was wondering how they were going to judge me. Me. The focus was on me. What if, instead, I had focused on them, on the audience? What if I considered my message a gift? A gift that I was excited to unwrap and give to the audience instead of being worried about what they were going to think about me. Give your audience a gift of your presentation. A gift with great content wrapped in an engaging delivery. When you focus on giving a gift, you take the focus off of yourself and you automatically will show up with more confidence. Present your message, present the gift.